when I walk down the street by myself, all the girls are looking at me, and you can literally, any girl you want, boom, you can have. I talk a lot about sort of sex relationships type stuff and the chemistry around it and all that. People always ask me if I like to eat girls' butts, and I don't really, that's really not my thing. But then I think they're joking. They're like, you think there's any health benefits for it, right? And I was like,
good bacteria.
Good bacteria. I mean, they're doing fecal transplants. I mean, this is a way easier way to do it than a fecal transplant. So yeah, it has health benefits. Health benefits, sure. But with the gut bacteria, once you kill the bacteria, they say it takes about 6 months to get your bacteria really back to normal.
So she's working out in that?
Yeah, that's actually her workout of it. That is the most famous porn star in Thailand right there.
Really?
Yeah. She is. Wow, she is sexy. I mean, like, you see a girl and she's radiating sex. Like, you just look at her and all you can think about is sex. That's her. The pictures don't do it justice. Really amazing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack you guys. My bad.
This is so funny. Oh my god.
Oh gosh,
this is great.
Yeah. Oh, those are my main girlfriends. Yeah, that's crazy cat lady on the left and werewolf on the right.
All right, Tony, can you talk to us a little bit about how this works over there? Because you just talked about all these different girlfriends, and it's just like, explain some of this.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
that's a great.
I'm curious what these girls think about this too.
Yeah,
because I interview them. I talk to these girls on camera on my YouTube channel. Relationship Starts Tomorrow also, and just candid conversations, just really blunt conversations. And I asked them, like, what do you think I think about this situation? The fact that you girls are here. And I mean, I got 2 girlfriends living with me. And then I also have them leave and have other girls come over, or I go visit other girls. I mean, every day I'm with, a minimum of 2 girls and usually 3 per day.
That sounds like so much energy.
And you think, and what blows my mind is I grew up in America here in Sacramento and Folsom, and I always had really jealous girlfriends, very controlling girlfriends. And I had really bad relationships, traumatic relationships. So for me to go from that to this other extreme, I just can't even believe it's real. And it's almost like I'm pushing it a little further than I need to because I can. It's like I've been starving my whole life and now I'm at a buffet. And now I'm just stuffing myself. A lot of times,
stuffing yourself full.
Yeah. Stuffing myself and stuffing them. Yeah. And sometimes it's just like, I'm here. And then when I know I'm going to come back to the US, it's like, okay, well, I better rampage before I go because it's going to be quite a dry spell coming up here, But the girls are okay.
Everyone's so judgy here in the United States.
Yeah.
But I started this lifestyle before I went to Thailand. It's just a lot easier in Thailand and cheaper. Yeah. I mean, because I'm not afraid to admit that I support these women. I'm okay with that. If either I'm supporting them emotionally, us as men, we're supporting women either emotionally or financially or whatever. That's fine with me. Actually, the girl on the left in that picture was she works a normal retail job and she has her own money. But the girl on the right quit her job when she figured out she could get supported by me.
Are you still trying to diet on chicken, broccoli, rice, dry turkey? It's no fun. And a lot of people avoid steak, but one of our sponsors, Piedmontese Beef, has amazing cuts of steak, some that have really low fat, like their flat iron steak that has 4 grams of fat and 80 grams of protein per steak, and then their ribeyes, which are just amazing, juicy, and fatty. So there's no reason to diet with chicken anymore. Andrew, could you please tell the people how to get Piedmontese?
It's over at Piedmontese.com. That's Piedmontese.com. At checkout, enter promo code PowerProject for 25% off your entire order. Head over there right now.
I know you moved maybe 2 years ago or so.
Yeah, maybe a little over a year and a half.
And I know that you did the whole corporate America stuff, like you were a lawyer, like you did a bunch of different things. Are you happy?
I'm really happy now. Yeah. So when I was a lawyer, it was awesome. I mean, it's a good status thing. It's an intellectual thing. It's a good business and finance thing. It gets me into these communities and respect from the community and a challenging mental work. But you have to. It's not freedom. It's not really deeply what I want to do with my lifestyle. because especially when you're in a professional role like that, you've got to be professional. Like I can't be running around doing crazy polygamous type stuff so much as a lawyer, and then my clients are going to see that. And so I had to have sort of
There's
a
a lot
facade.
in the United States, there's a lot of shame over like sexual like people don't talk about it.
Yeah.
If they do, it's embarrassing. Nowadays, you know, you can get all kinds of you can get in some hot water, you know, talking about certain subjects. And,
and there's the feminism type thing, you know, these women, it's like for a man to have multiple women is like highly offensive to some women also. And they in America, the women,
Is that a feminist thing though?
I think if everyone's in agreement, it's probably different, right? If you're trying to do it behind someone's back.
Well, I think it's the opposite. So I think the way you ask the question means you might be on the same page, which is that, you know, feminism would actually be the women having more choice to do what they want with less judgment.
Yeah.
And a lot of women do want alternate style relationships. And for them to be able to have that or express their sexuality more like the girls in Thailand do, that is an expression of their femininity and their power over their own body and their ability to, you know, transcend the cultural barriers that were preventing them from expressing their sexuality before.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. And that's what, you know, my audience, some of my audience thinks my lifestyle is amazing. And some of my audience loves the chemistry stuff, but they hate the stuff with the girls. They think it's terrible. They think it's like sex trafficking. They think it's like just paying for women, which is like a I don't know what, when you like thinking about paying for what, to me, it's hard for me to even see the mindset anymore, right? Of the other side, but they think paying for women is like really, really bad. But I'm not always paying for women. It's just, I have nothing against it. To me, it makes no difference one way or the other when it only costs, you know, a little bit of money.
It's a very,
I was going to say, do you, because it's all still, I mean, this lifestyle with where you're living is still newish, I guess. Do you still sometimes get like your feelings hurt and stuff? Like, because they are relationships, right? Like you have, but maybe it's for different stuff, or is that like just not?
So when I started these type of relationships that I have a long time ago, when I first went to Thailand was when I was 30, which was 9 years ago, or roughly something like that. And so then I saw this completely different perspective on relationships, and I thought, you know what, the key for me is to get rid of the jealousy, but it's a basic instinct. I mean, it's a part of our reptilian brain. So you have to, just like anything, you have to really work hard to be better than your reptilian brain is the way I think about it. So yeah, I still feel jealousy, and I'm sure girls feel jealousy too. But when I ask them, actually, I say like, do you feel jealous? And then they say, well, yeah, but at the same time, the feeling of jealousy is not providing me any benefit. Like the girls are actually logical like that. It's kind of a Buddhist thing.
It's really smart and deep. Way of looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I practice that myself, and especially like even when me and my friend spend time with my girlfriend, that like I was really with this one girl, and she was providing me all the best experiences and bringing girls over, and I was like, I got to do something amazing for her. What do you want to do? And she said, I would love to sleep with your friend, because my friend Ken is just a really amazingly good looking guy, right? I'm like, okay, so I bring him over and all together, and I'm thinking like, okay, am I jealous? And if so, how do I block that? And yeah, I was feeling jealous.
You gotta be like, Ken, don't fuck her too good, all right, bro? Like just fucking ease up, you know?
I did say one
soft
boundary.
Soft strokes.
I said, just don't finish inside. That's the only thing. Just so that's like the only. Nothing else was off limits. Like everything else was. We would have a lot of stuff, but that was the one thing, because I didn't want her to get pregnant and then not know whose it was. So that was actually a logical thing. It wasn't even an emotional thing.
Yeah.
So I think I've overcome the jealousy, and every day I have to work at it. But it's almost like when I should feel jealousy, but then I overcome it, I feel better.
Yeah.
What about like eating with somebody, or going to a movie with somebody, or like, are those part, or is it like you're only
this man left.
You're only
man's like, huh.
You're only together when you're quote unquote hanging out.
I mean, the funny thing is, I'm the one who wants to date. I miss American dating. Like, hey, let's go see a movie and all that. And basically the girl's response is, they won't say it exactly, this will paraphrase it to save time, is why would we go see a movie when we can just have sex? Like, isn't it better if we have sex? Why would we go see a movie?
You're all emotional. You're like, I just want to snuggle.
Yeah, like I want a little bit of, I'm the one who wants a little bit
Can't
of
we
foreplay.
spoon every once in a while?
Yeah, foreplay, romance,
So
Snuggle up on the couch.
Is this Ken, the really good looking guy?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this guy is
dude, this guy's
a
Ken.
magnet.
This guy's beautiful. Look
So
at him.
he's a beautiful man, but in America,
What a smile.
in America, sure, he'd be good looking, but there he's a god. I mean, he's Brad Pitt, to what Brad Pitt would be to American women here, I guess.
Oh, man.
Why not? When I walk down the street by myself, all the girls are looking at me, and you can literally, any girl you want, boom, you can have, right? When I walk with Ken, they ignore me completely, and they're all on Ken. I've had I
bullshit.
remember, yeah, I had this one time, this girl's riding by in her
upset with
scooter
Ken right now.
Yeah.
So, but
Stingy.
he didn't look like that. He didn't always look like that. Talk about a transformation.
Oh, where?
This guy was like
You helped him out, and then he took all your girls.
I'm just, I basically get the scraps.
What was
now.
your story? You're on a scooter or something? You said.
Oh, the most extreme example is this girl's on a scooter. She drives by. She almost gets in an accident staring at him. And she pulls over and she's like trying to get with him and ignoring me completely. Like if I even say anything, she's not even acknowledging my existence.
Wow.
Yeah, which is kind of how I feel in America. So I'm in Thailand and I'm used to every girl wanting me and it can have any girl type thing. And then you come here and I'm walking through the store and I'm like, wow, no girls are even looking at me. Like there's no, and I'm thinking like, can I even visualize just going up to a girl and taking her home right now?
Just tap a girl on the shoulder randomly. Say, "Am I ugly?"
Oh. But I don't think it's
like,
different in America. It's not like no matter how good you look, that doesn't mean that you can just have anything you want in America, And there it's just more primal. And I'm talking about Pattaya. Every city's different, but it's more primal. Like,
And again, Pattaya is the sex capital of the world.
yeah. And so it's not just horny foreigners that go there. Girls from all over Thailand, if they're nymphomaniacs or they just like a lot of sex, that's where they go because then they can get satisfied.
And why does it seem like it's just more accepted there, though? Like, I'm pretty sure girls are kind of like that everywhere, but it's not going to happen here in America, right? Like,
Wait, what?
No, I'm saying like guys and girls have desires, but we can't be very vocal about them here. But in Thailand, literally, there's a central hub if you want to, have fun. I'll just say that.
Yeah, and it's, again, different city by city, but the overall sort of Buddhist culture is very accepting. The high society is very critical of each other and it's more American style, but the common people are just accepting, like the ladyboy and transgender thing. It's never even an issue. Like nobody, they're just like everybody else. There's no reaction to that. It's whatever anybody wants to do. People aren't really nosy. People aren't really trying to impose their beliefs on other people. They're just very accepting of every religion, every race, every lifestyle. And then you have, of course, Pattaya or any of these towns where basically the types of places where like the U.S. military goes, where they want to party. They develop this market, the supply and demand. So the demand for this when, foreigners go to certain places or American military men especially go to certain places, there's the demand and then the supply follows. Then girls realize, wow, there's rich guys, well, because to them we are. Rich guys and with a lot of money here that are willing to spend it on me. And and it's not just like, it's so different. It's not like prostitution like here. It
sounds like sugar baby on crack.
Yeah, it's like sugar baby style stuff.
Yeah.
It's just they want to be, of course they need money for food and stuff, but they're doing what they love. In Pattaya, I feel like everybody's doing what they love and everybody's happy.
So for those who don't know what like sugar babies are, sugar babies are like people here in the United States. It's actually becoming more and more popular. There's actually a website for this. But women will go on there and there will be men that have a lot of money and sometimes they'll just go on dates and maybe get free meals. Some of these men pay women's tuitions and sometimes it ends up being a sexual, just like transactional type of relationship. And that is called sugar babies. They're also, I don't know the term for men who do sugar baby stuff, but I think it's Oh, they're also sugar babies, but guys. So people do that.
I have guy friends that do. Actually, well, I won't say. I have guy friends that are sugar babies.
Yeah.
To wealthy Thai women.
Mm-hmm. So it's transactional.
Amazing. And then, so out of nowhere in Thailand, I don't know anything about the whole country or anything, but you have found a whole group of people that lift, they're super jacked, and they all speak English. And so I'm like really confused when I see your videos. I'm like, wait, did he like move everybody with him, or like how did that come to be?
Yeah, it's starting to become a real fitness community over there, and
oh, wow.
and so Bangkok is there's a fitness community, but in Pattaya now we have a really fun one. Everybody loves the same lifestyle of, now things are locked down now, but generally it's like gym, sauna, sushi buffet, girls, you know, some psychedelic supplements, you know, and everybody's in the same rhythm and everybody's dynamic, and I mean, like you have Joe Aesthetics, for example. He's part of this group.
Yeah.
And Sebastian, our other German friend, very similar to Joe's style. And it's, these guys are just so much positive energy, hard workers, also hard working. You know, they're influencers and they're coaches and all these type of things. A lot of fitness coaches that can work online, they go there. Yeah, and OnlyFans models. You know, a lot of the guys do OnlyFans.
What about raising a kid? You have a baby now, right? So, what kind of how does that maybe disrupt things, or how does that change things for you?
Well, both of my daughters are in the Philippines right now. One's an American citizen, but the mom is Filipino, and so during this, while this whole drama was happening in the U.S., it was better for her to be in the Philippines. Although Philippines is really locked down now, and she was having a hard time getting out. She actually tested positive for the flu, and they locked her up for 2 weeks, and she just got out. So now she's going to fly back here. So I'll be with baby mama number 1 and baby Callie, 6 years